March 4th, 2021, Angela Luna spoke to the 7th graders at Pickering Middle School via Zoom. Mrs. Boudreau had been her 4th grade teacher 17 years earlier. Angela was excited to speak to her former teacher and her current students. When my mom said you'd be emailing me, I was so thrilled. I'm honored to hear that you have been following my progress as you were such a great teacher, and I was lucky to have had you. I'm not sure if you remember the peanut butter and jelly instruction assignment you gave us in the 4th grade, but it has stuck with me the past 17 years and was at the forefront of my mind while writing the cookbook. That is to say, had it not been for your class, I probably would not have been able to put together such a comprehensive instruction booklet in the first place. She talks about that here.
Completely. I'll just say that stuck with me. I don't know what it is. Sometimes when you're a kid, someone explains something to you and you're like, oh my God, yeah, that makes so much sense. So in writing the book, in writing these sort of step-by-step how you can make things, I thought, okay, if I was explaining this to Mrs. B, like that project, what's the way that I could explain this that would make sure everyone, doesn't take the entire jar of peanut butter and puts it on the bread. You got to take the knife and scoop it into the peanut butter, like all of these really detailed, really thorough communication techniques. So you should listen to your teachers. Honestly, maybe it'll help you in your career when you're 27.
Angela then answered questions from the students. The first question was, can you explain how your company is sustainable and how you upcycle to create your designs?
Really great question. So for everything that we make now, I can actually share the screen for this too. For our main collection of items, we do a lot of upcycled materials. So this is kind of like what we already have on our website. As you can see, we have the 10 jacket, which is from a few years ago, but our main focus is our sort of accessories collection, which is made from upcycled materials. So this white fabric you see right here as well. I know this isn't as big of a line sheet as I thought it would be. I can actually grab for you maybe one of the bags that I have behind me. Oh, yes. All of these materials are made from upcycled tents. So this sort of plastic, it's almost kind of like an IKEA bag material. It's like a Tyvek. It was actually a tent that a refugee lived in the camps in Greece that was sent to a landfill, but luckily through the intervention of a nonprofit, they collected all these materials and were able to sell them to us to use. So we use that. We use life vests as well as a lot of detailing. Every single little strip of orange or yellow that you see on our products are made from life vests that I myself actually pulled out of the landfills in Greece and cleaned and deconstructed. Other than that, moving forward with new projects, we're trying to create partnerships with larger brands so we can take their waste materials and turn it into new things. If we had thought about if we could just go to Goodwill or something like that to turn all of these like jeans or t-shirts or items that are damaged that people don't want anymore into new materials, and we can create new collections from that. But there's a lot of inconsistency there. So when you work with a larger brand that has the same type of jean, the same type of t-shirt, it's a lot easier. So that's kind of our focus moving forward, is only using the materials that there's a lot of that are also at risk of being trashed.
Another student question is, how many people do you think Adiff, her company, has helped so far?
I believe it is something like between 1,000 and 1,200 jackets that we've donated to refugees. And then in terms of our impact in Greece at our factory, so we've employed 3 tailors from Afghanistan. One of them is actually pretty young; he's only 19, so not too much older than you guys. But we've employed them at our facility for almost 2 years now too. So paying full salaries with health benefits and all of that. So, and they've been able to support their entire families from that as well.